Hello and welcome to a brand new video, and yes, I'm in a completely different sort of setup than I was because I have moved house. Again. I was going to record a video. I have already a pre-recorded video set in the old place. Myself and my girlfriend Jordan did an unboxing video of a kind. I won't reveal too much, but that's coming soon. There's quite a lot to it, so that's a bigger edit than this one will be. So you'll probably see this one first and then that one next. Because I think this is more relevant to get out now, sooner rather than later, because this year, this March, I think March 17th, 18th, just gone, don't know the exact date, I'll put it on screen, was the 70th anniversary of Dennis the Menace. Now, I thought this was the perfect opportunity to do another Beano related video to celebrate Dennis's birthday, as well as buying the 70th anniversary issue of the Beano, which contained a lot of stuff which I've got somewhere in a box somewhere. I've put it away, I'm not going to get it now. I've decided to buy this. Beano, the Dennis collection. This is the big 70th anniversary collection for Dennis, basically to celebrate his birthday, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to do a quick review of this. It's not going to be a long, overly complicated review because there's not a lot to say about it, to be honest, but first of all, it's a great book. I love it. If you're a fan of the Beano, you love Dennis as a character and you want to celebrate his birthday, this book is available, not promoted, but available on the Beano shop and a few other sources. But what do I think of it? Yesterday I actually sat down and read the entire thing cover to cover, which I haven't done since I did the Beano 80th collection, which took an entire day, but this was only a few hours. And it's just filled with Dennis comics. Starting from his very first one, which of course is in this book, in 1950, from 1951, up until a most recent one, which I think was 2019, I believe. As you saw the evolution of Dennis as a character, and the various artists that have drawn him over the years. Yes, January 2020, in the before times. Yeah, we won't discuss that. But most of it is it's all reprints that this is. The book is beautiful. It's a lovely hardback. It's very nicely put together. I love the design of it. It's very simple. As the design goes, there's a lovely foreword at the front from the current Beano editor, and it just plows straight in. A lot of these collections I've noticed in the past, they tend to sort of have segments in between them to discuss the next segment in that. So for example, for the DC Thompson one for Dudley D. Watkins, which was released last Christmas, it went through different eras of his life with a little bit of a kind of footnote between saying this is what happened in this is what he drew, da 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 da. And I kind of half expected it for this set to be doing that, where it would sort of go in the 70s and the 80s, Dennis was doing this and this artist drew it. But it kind of summed it up in the big opening and it just dived straight in. So you would just go from Dennis strip to Dennis strip all the way through from 1951 to the present day. And you just see the development of the characters, and you just see a bunch of different reprints of stuff from. It covers most years. It does jump a little bit here and there, but it covers most of the years from 51 to the present day. There is one nice little treat in this on top of it. It is a previously unprinted Dennis strip from the 50th anniversary in 2001, where the artist, I don't know which artist it was who was drawing Dennis at the time, recreated a Dennis strip as if it was 1951 and sort of described how Dennis found his red and black jumper, because for anyone who knows, Dennis originally was in kind of a grey jumper with a tie for the first few months of his strip, and then suddenly he picked up a red and, well, originally a white and black strip, and then when he was put in colour it became red sort of jumper. And what was printed in here, I will probably put an image of it on screen now, was a reprint, first ever print of a strip explaining how Dennis got his famous red and black jumper, in the style of the original Dennis strips of the early 1950s, which I thought was brilliant. So that is the gem in this, I think, personally. It's been really nice to sort of go through a lot of these. Some of the strip, apart from the first one, which you knew was going to be in here, but I think most people have read that initial Dennis strip from 1951, but most of it is kind of stuff that I haven't read, or it's been so long since I read the issues of those Dennis strips in it, I've forgotten what happened, so it was all a nice treat. Nothing was kind of like, oh, I've read this sort of recently, so I'm going to just skip over this. Sum up. It's a beautiful book, it's lovely put together, there's a lot of love that's gone into this. The strips inside are a nice collection showcasing everything from 1951 to 2021, although there's not any strips from this year. It doesn't sort of faff about with the whole, it introduces you, throws you straight in, and it's just a lot of Dennis strips, basically. That's the best way to sum it up. Which is kind of what you expect from a collection like this, rather than being sort of like a big explanation of how he was drawn and stuff, which I might have liked a couple little bits of that in it. Any cons? It is just a book of reprints. So if you have bought a Dennis collection in the past, there's been one every so often. I think there was one for his 50th anniversary. There's been some special edition Beanos where they've reprinted Dennis strips. So there might be a few in here which you've seen printed before. All of this is completely reprints. There's nothing new in here except the previously unpublished 50th anniversary sort of strip, which I mentioned before, which is the only kind of new print for this particular book. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a massive con. You know what you're getting when you go into these collections. When you have a celebratory book that Beano has done before, it's always been just kind of like a compilation of the best of the strips from over the years. And to be fair, unless you've really intensely read Beano strips and you remember strips very well, a lot of the ones, even if you had read them before, are going to kind of be sort of kind of new to you and you'd only vaguely remember. So if you're a fan of Dennis and you love sort of all things related to this mischievous boy and his dog, then I will recommend this. Lovely put together. It's nothing overly special in the sense of content, but I think it's a really nice tribute to Dennis's 70 years. And I think there's only one more thing I have to say really, and that is happy birthday, Dennis. Thank you very much for watching. There will be more content coming soon. I've got a lot of ideas about how to sort of put more stuff on this channel as opposed to Carbonites, because now I live away from Josh and the others I worked on content with, and of course with the ongoing world situation, it's quite difficult to still go back and do a lot of production. We've got a lot of ideas for Carbonites coming up, so stay tuned for those. But me and Jordan particularly are going to be doing a lot more stuff on this channel, I hope. There is another video coming which was recorded in my old house, so that will be next. I'm probably going to get that one out next after this one at some point. It's quite a big edit, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.